I'm Kelsey.
I'm Leila.
I'm Nicky. And we're asking for your help for an awesome course. It's on Grassroots Bioremediation, Toxic Realities and Radical Remedies. Yeah. And we're putting on this course in Vancouver on Unceded Coast Salish territories.
So Grassroots Bioremediation, just for folks who aren't familiar, is working with living systems and living beings like mushrooms, plants, and bacteria to detoxify and regenerate contaminated and damaged land. And so some examples of this is, people might have heard how mushrooms, things like oyster mushrooms, can break down oil. And so it's really good for helping maybe clean up oil spills, or they can help clean water that has chemicals in it. Bacteria, people have used bacteria to break down oil before and to compost down different things, also to rejuvenate the soil so that plants can actually grow in it when it's been contaminated, and to bind up heavy metals. And then plants, we always hear about how different plants can either suck up heavy metals or kind of bind them and immobilize them. So we're going to be talking in this course a bit about how all those things do what they do, and how we can actually learn the skills to bring them out into the landscapes that need them the most.
And in starting to do it, I realized that the environment that we're working in is like chemical soup. And so we did more research and brought Leila in to the Purple Thistle to help us do a 2-day seminar. We learned about bioremediation. We learned that we actually can do something about the state of the environment that we live in. Now it's actually really exciting because not only do we have the capacity to do these things and create positive change and heal the spaces that we live in, but it's also just really cool.
So it's going to be a 3-month course. It's going to run from January to March, and it is pretty amazing in terms of this is one of the first courses of its type, I guess. Usually courses like these are at universities and they're really expensive, or they're really short, and people get to learn a lot about what's possible, but they don't get the time to really integrate or to physically do it. And so we live in a world where people are always saying, oh, this works and that works, but we don't actually see it happening because people aren't getting the physical skills to make it a reality. And this course is all about that. We're going to talk about mushrooms and how they remediate and clean up things. We're going to talk about how you grow them so that you can actually get them out into the land, and then how you would use them to clean up different things in terms of the water and the soil. We'll talk about bacteria and different ways to do compost teas and composting and use that to detoxify and regenerate. And we'll also talk about plants, all the different plants that either find ways to bind or break down contaminants, or are really good at extracting and pulling up heavy metals. We call those hyperaccumulators.
We want as many people as possible to be able to get these skills and take it back into their communities. And so we're asking for your support to make this course really accessible.
So it's a lot of stuff. We got 3 months, and we need your help in making sure this course can happen.